I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be, do all women test you? I got an email here from a guy who, I believe he's written me in the past, and he says, do women test you even at a young age? And he says, originally wrote me about a girl who was texting him, and I guess it wasn't going well, and so now he's backed off a little bit. He says it seems to have worked in my favor. He says the girl I'm dating is 18 and I'm 26, and he says I've stopped responding to her texts instantly, and it seems to have worked a lot better for me. Now she says I can't wait to see you. Saturday night not hearing from you is making me miss you even more, with a little smiley face. He says she gets even flirty. She gets very flirty when I have not texted her back right away, so hopefully I'm doing something right. And I would say absolutely you are. And the reason being is that you waited to get in touch with her. And so that communicates that your time is scarce. And so when she does talk to you, she appreciates it that much more. I mean, think about it this way. Human beings, we all tend to like and appreciate and love things a lot more when we have to work for them. Now, things that tend to come easy, or somebody just throws themselves at you, you really think, oh, there's something wrong with this. It shouldn't be this way. It's too easy. Maybe they throw themselves at all guys like this, or every guy that she meets like this, and maybe I don't want her, that kind of thing. So you're getting the results because you're employing the things that I teach. So that's good for you. He says, I'm wondering if women test you even at her age. And I would say absolutely they do. And the reason being is she's not testing you that much is because she perceives you as being a catch. And since you've done, the tests that she's going to throw at you are subtle, but obviously at this point, because she's 18, you're 26, so she's probably kind of got you on a pedestal a little bit. And so she's not going to be testing you or backing off. But if you start screwing up or doing things wrong, I guarantee you she'll start testing the shit out of you. And the reason that women test men is because they're looking for weaknesses. Because when a woman tests you and she senses weakness or a chink in your armor, so to speak, she's going to probe even more on that weakness to see if there's something there. Because when a woman senses weakness in a man, it causes her to back off and doubt his masculine core. And so usually when a woman backs away, it's because she feels wishy-washy inside about him. She's kind of unsure how she feels about him. And in those moments when she backs off, that's when you just got to give her the space. Now, guys that don't know what they're doing or who are not very successful with women, when that happens, they usually start chasing the woman, and that's where they blow it. And she backs off. It's not that she's saying, oh, I'm not going to call him right now. It's just she backs off because she's not sure. She no longer feels the desire to reach out and to make something happen. She just kind of feels lukewarm or not really that interested in that particular moment. And when the guy unknowingly starts chasing her because she's backed off, what it does is it causes her to back off even more, because now the man has assumed the woman's role, and now he's doing all the chasing. And she just backs off more and more, and the more she backs off, the more he chases, until eventually she just ignores all of his phone calls and all of his emails and all of his messages and just ignores him completely. And a lot of guys, when they get in that situation, they get pissed off and they get angry and they start saying, why haven't you responded to my text? I can't believe you're acting this way. And they start acting like a dick. And then the woman thinks, oh, now I get to see his real true colors. This guy is really a needy, insecure jackass. He's a control freak. He'll probably turn into a stalker or an abusive boyfriend. So it's best that I just ignore him, and hopefully he'll get the hint and go away that I'm no longer interested. And so that's the danger. And so you're passing this girl's test with ease because you're doing everything right. And that's why applying what I teach will make it so easy for you. And, you know, for a guy who's used to struggling all the time with women, and when women start responding this positively to you and so easily, where you don't really have to do much, and they don't really seem to be testing you, it can kind of scramble your brain a little bit because it's easy, whereas all of your prior experiences until the time you found out about my work were very difficult and very hard, and 9 times out of 10 usually never went anywhere. He says, this girl does not appear to be testing me a whole lot, but to be honest, I could be missing them quite easily, seeing as though I don't have your book in my possession yet. Well, that's why you need to download the Kindle version. On the right-hand side of my website, right underneath the email sign-up box, there's a link where you can download a free Amazon Kindle app, and it'll enable you to read the Amazon Kindle version of my book on all of your electronic devices. And what's great about it with their Kindle app is it will sync it across all of your devices. So if you're at home reading my book on your iPad and then you go to the office and maybe you got 20 minutes to get in some extra reading before your first appointment or your next appointment or whatever, or you're just hiding from the boss and you just can't put my book down, as soon as you log into the Kindle app, it's going to be on the exact page that you left off on your other electronic device. It only takes 60 seconds to download it. So if you've ordered the paperback version, I encourage you to download the Amazon Kindle version so you have it with you, and it's always on the right page wherever you left off last. He says, let's see. He says, at the moment, it just seems she's enjoying being with me and I love her company. Unfortunately, the other night on Facebook, we got into a long conversation that lasted about 45 minutes. That's a mistake. That's why you don't do that shit, because you don't know my book, you haven't read it, and the longer you talk to this girl on the phone or through text as opposed to being in person with her, the higher the likelihood is that you're going to say something that's going to turn her off, and you won't even know that you're turning her off, and screw something up completely unnecessarily. Whereas if you just, when she contacts you, you use that opportunity to make your next date with her and then get off the phone. You keep doing what you're doing, I guarantee you, especially since you haven't read my book, you're going to say something that's going to fuck it up. He says, we were just talking about anything and I was making her laugh, or so I hope. And then somehow I got into her telling me how much she likes me and that she never liked anyone quite like me before in her life, and that she's falling for me a lot. That's awesome. You're pushing her buttons, and she's feeling all the feelings that a woman wants to feel when she gets into a love story with a guy. He says, I didn't want to tell her that she's only 18, and so it's only really just begun for her. So I said, don't worry, on Saturday I'll catch you. We don't want you falling down everywhere, do we? So you're teasing her about how much she's falling for you, which is great. It's playful. So she replied with, haha, yes, I'm drunk on you. Not sure what to make out of that, but obviously what to make out of that means she's got really high interest, and I would say it's probably in the 80% range. And so more than likely on your next date, it'll be pretty easy after things go well for the first hour or two. You say, hey, why don't we grab a bottle of wine, or why don't we go back to my place? I got a bottle of champagne, and we'll have a little champagne party. And more than likely she'll say yes. But hey, it sounds like I'm supposed to, ha. Then after a while, I made a mistake of revealing that I also had deep feelings for her. See, there's nothing challenging about it. You spill out of your guts over the internet and electronically. What's exciting about getting together with you when she already knows all this stuff? Because this is what every guy does, this shit. And so you're starting to act like every other guy she interacts with. And when you do that, then you're no longer as much of a challenge or as sexually attractive to her as you were previously. Because it's like playing a game of poker, and you're revealing all of your cards to her unnecessarily. He says, I'm sort of disappointed in myself because even though she loved me saying it, the mystery of it, does he like me or not, is now gone. I'd say exactly. It's always better if the woman thinks she's more into you than you are into her. Women are more attracted to men whose feelings are unclear. That's a scientific fact. Do you think it was a mistake to say that? And I'd say, yeah, it was, absolutely. And do you think she's testing me at 18? Women are always testing you, even when you've been together after 40 years. Sorry for the long message, but thank you for reading this. So the thing that I would encourage you to do is cut all this crap out, all of this texting and all this Facebook messaging, and see what you lie to yourself. And you say, oh, well, she's texting me and she's having this conversation, so it must be okay, so I'll just keep doing it. And here you haven't even read my book yet, and you're already doing really well without my book just by going through the videos and the articles, which is great, but you don't know the baseline knowledge yet. And so now you're interacting with this woman, and you're missing all kinds of skills and techniques and strategies, and you're making unnecessary mistakes like this. And you're excited that everything's going well right now, but if you keep going the way you're going, you're going to turn this girl off, and what's going to happen is she's not going to be that into you, and she's not going to text you as much, and she's not going to be saying, oh, I miss you, I can't wait to see you, because You made it easy for her. You let her know exactly where she stood with you because you talked to her for 45 minutes or an hour. So cut all that crap out. Strictly use her initiated contact as a way to arrange a date. I mean, think about it this way. You're a busy professional. You ain't got time to sit here for fucking 45. I mean, I don't have time to in the middle of my day to stop what I'm doing and have an hour and a half long chat on the text or through Facebook with a girl I've met or I'm dating or interacting with or trying to set a date with. I mean, think about it, dude. You're basically acting like a guy that's got nothing going on in his personal life when you do that. And the advantage that you have is her interest level is in the 80s. Whereas if you were doing this crap with her interest level in the 50s, she'd be canceling your date on you. And that's something to think about. And the only reason that you're getting away with this shit right now is because you happen to be going out with a girl who really likes you a lot. She's already got high interest to start. And so when a woman has really super high interest, you can fuck up a lot more before she gets turned off and rejects you. So if you want to keep things going in this direction, then you need to back off, stop interacting with her, say, hey, got your message, don't respond to him right away, but I'm real busy, I'm looking forward to seeing you Saturday night, or I'm looking forward to seeing you Wednesday night, or whenever you got your definite date set up for, and then just get off the text. It's the best thing you can do, because if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to fuck it up. So if you find this message of value, you can show your appreciation by going to my website and clicking the PayPal donate button, which is located in the Wibbia toolbar at the bottom of your screen on the right-hand side. Donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information in this video. If you got a question that you want to ask me, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, send me 1 to 2 paragraphs maximum detailing your questions, your situation, your challenges. And you just got to give me several days to get back to you with a response because I get a lot of email from the internet. I also get a lot from my paying phone coaching customers. I obviously got to focus on their emails first, but be patient and I will get back to you. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session, and you can do that by clicking the Products tab, which is at the top of your screen on any page of my website, and just follow the instructions. And I will talk to you soon.